Well, everyone, it's time for us to go ahead and take a look at the differences between an Apple Pencil 1 and an Apple Pencil 2. Now, hopefully by the end of this video, you understand what these Apple Pencils are, what they do, and the main differences behind them. But I will tell you, you don't really have a choice if you have if you're going to get an Apple Pencil 1 or an Apple Pencil 2. It really just comes down to, does your iPad support it? So the iPad that you have is more important than which Apple Pencil you plan on buying. I will definitely 100% tell you. If you have the iPad 9th generation or the iPad 10th generation as of right now, those iPads support Apple Pencil 1. If you have an iPad like an iPad Air 5, iPad Mini 6, the iPad Pros, all those iPads that are more expensive, those will support the Apple Pencil 2. So keep that in the back of your head while you're watching this, because, you shouldn't just go and, buy the Apple Pencil 2 if your iPad doesn't support it. However, if you're planning on buying an iPad and you don't know whether the Apple Pencil 2 is worth it to go and upgrade to the one that supports it, I will tell you, it is 100% worth it. If you're planning on getting an iPad that you plan on using the Apple Pencil all the time, that is definitely going to be the thing that makes the most amount of sense. And if you're planning on buying an Apple Pencil, well, definitely go ahead and buy the Apple Pencil 2. It's definitely a far better one. Now, in their core features, they work almost exactly the same. So with the Apple Pencil 1, you have this pretty much it looks almost exactly like a pencil. You have the bottom tip that you can screw off. That's very similar on both. And you have the top little charging cap. So you can unplug the top, or you can, uncap the top of this specific Apple Pencil. You can go ahead and see that a lightning port, and you can go and plug it into the bottom of your iPad. Now, if you have the iPad 10th generation, you will have to have a dongle in order to have it situated. So very annoying. I don't know why they haven't set it up like that, but you do have that capability there. And that is pretty much it. There's not really a whole lot of features going on with this Apple Pencil, at least on the actual, hardware itself. You obviously have a lot of features built in where you can go and interact it when, and draw and have like pressure sensitive drawings and note taking and all those other cool things. So that's a really cool thing you have going with the Apple Pencil 1. Now on the Apple Pencil 2, this is a little bit of a different story. So with this Apple Pencil, one of its key features from my experience is that flat side. So this flat side allows you to pretty much magnetically clasp it to the, side of an iPad. Now the side of this iPad will not only connect it to your iPad, but it will also wirelessly charge your Apple Pencil as well. This is not the case for the Apple Pencil 1. You cannot charge an Apple Pencil 1 wirelessly. You have to have it either plugged into your iPad, and that is it. There's really no other option. You can't even connect it to an iPhone or another Lightning port device. You have to connect it to an iPad that is actually compatible with this specific Apple Pencil. So they've kind of restricted it in that standpoint. It's not a big deal, but again, it's one of those things to kind of keep in the back of your head. Now, with the Apple Pencil 2, you also have the added ability of double tapping on the bottom of that Apple Pencil 2, and you can actually switch in between different modes, and I think you can customize it for some other options as well. So you don't really have that type of capability on the Apple Pencil 1. You do have a little bit of capability when it comes down to, changing things on the settings and stuff like that with your stylus, but other than that, you don't have those tap controls. And in my opinion, that is something that actually is really cool. The future iPads are probably also, or the future Apple Pencils are going to support that as well. So if you don't get those features now, you don't have to jump to it today. You can also wait until the Apple Pencil 3 comes out, and you'll also be in good hands there. Now, like I mentioned, not every iPad supports Apple Pencil 1 and or Apple Pencil 2. If you have a very old iPad, you might just want to make sure that it supports Apple Pencil 1, because if you have like an iPad 4, maybe even an iPad 5, I don't really recall, but if it's one of those iPads, they don't support Apple Pencil 1, so there's no point in buying one. But if you own the iPad 6 through iPad 10, they all support Apple Pencil 1. If you have like the first couple iPad Pros, they'll support Apple Pencil 1. But for a majority of iPads out there that are now the more flat designs, except for the iPad 10, those all support Apple Pencil 2. So I will tell you from my experience, the Apple Pencil 2 is a far better iPad than the Apple Pencil 1. It's a wireless Apple Pencil. You can just connect it to the side of that iPad, which is so cool. I love that so much. It wirelessly charges. You have, touch controls. And I do think it's an overall just better performing Apple Pencil. Whenever I use it, it's just less friction. With the Apple Pencil 1, it's kind of outdated, but it is a cheaper Apple Pencil. And if your iPad supports it, you don't really have any other choice. So in terms of that, I will tell you, I like the Apple Pencil 1. I think it's great. But the Apple Pencil 2 is my favorite Apple Pencil. And if you have an iPad that supports it, or if you're planning on getting an iPad that supports it, it is definitely going to be a way better, just experience than getting the one with the Apple Pencil 1. So in terms of that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.